This is FightPickExperts.com, here to break down Saturday night's fight between IBF Featherweight champion Yuriorkis Gamboa and challenger Jorge Solis. The bout will be taking place in Atlantic City at the famed Boardwalk Hall and will air on HBO. Yuriorkis Gamboa is 19-0 with 15 knockouts, resides in Miami, Florida by way of Guantanamo, Cuba. He's had some good wins under his belt up to this point, defeating Orlando Salido, Jonathan Barros, and the always tough Roger Matagua. It's also important to remember that Gamboa was a phenomenal amateur, compiling about 250 bouts and winning a 2004 gold medal in the Olympics for his native Cuba as a flyweight. Solis, on the other hand, is no slouch, has an impressive record of 40 victories, 2 wins, and 2 draws with 29 wins by way of knockout. He hails from the fighting city of Guadalajara, Mexico. Currently holds an interim title at 130 pounds, but will be moving back down to 126, where he did spend most of his career. Does have some good wins under his belt as of late, defeating contender Mario Santiago, Miguel Roman, and Licar Ramos, who he did defeat for that interim belt. It is also important to note his losses, which are nothing to hang his head about. When he was undefeated and mostly unknown, he moved up to 130 at that time from 26 and was stopped in the 8th round against Manny Pacquiao, which is nothing to hang his head about, and he also did give a very good effort in that fight. His other defeat was at Featherweight to then-champion Cristobal Cruz, and that was for that IBF Featherweight title, which Gamboa currently holds. Stylistically, there are some advantages for Solis, which are important to note. He does have a good amount of experience at the professional level and also has a 3-inch height advantage, so against a shorter Gamboa, who's only 5'5.5", he should try to box a little bit, keep the fight on the outside, so Gamboa is going to have trouble getting on the inside where he likes to get a lot of his work done. Gamboa, however, is a very talented fighter. He's got excellent hand speed. He can punch, and one thing he does as good as anyone in the sport, not named Manny Pacquiao, is when he has a guy hurt, he typically finishes him off. With that said, Gamboa does have some things to work on, and we have seen some progress in it, which is still keeping his hands up at all times and fighting a more balanced style. He has been off balance in the past, which has caused him to get knocked down, also throw some wild shots. However, he has tightened up a bit of late. With some good training, I really do believe he will be able to completely fix that and possibly go on to be a top fighter, not only in his division, but on a pound-for-pound level. There are currently no lines on this fight, but expect Gamboa to be between a 6 and 8-1 favorite, and depending on where the over-under is, I'll consider a play on the under. As alluded to earlier, Gamboa does have some things to work on, but he is exceptionally skilled, might have the fastest hands in the sport, and he can really punch. He's scored 15 knockouts in 19 bouts, as I noted before, and I think he's going to be getting another knockout here. Solis is a quality fighter, but Gamboa has special talent, which I don't think we've seen all of yet. As I mentioned, when he will get everything together and fight in more balanced style, I think we're really going to realize how special of a fighter he can be. So expect him to score a knockout here, probably in the middle rounds. So look for Gamboa to score a stoppage here and consider a play on the under. This is FightPickExperts.com, and thank you for listening.